Namaste. Happy Easter. Easter Sunday. We're going to do some chair yoga. Anyone who I haven't met yet, my name is Emanuela. And I've been teaching yoga for about 15 years. My background is in bodybuilding and fitness competition. And yeah, so I really like to focus on mobility and ability. So that's why I've started doing the chair yoga, because especially now that we're all kind of at home and quarantined, I know for me, I don't always have the, I've had 2 naps today, if that tells you anything. I feel like if there is the option of a chair yoga, maybe that will give more people incentive to try. So here we are. I'm just waiting for anyone to get on if you want to ask me any questions before we start. All we need is a chair. We're not going to do any standing poses tonight, but I will start incorporating standing poses. I just want you guys to kind of get comfortable with being on the chair first and seeing how you can get a great mobility practice without having to stand up. Not that standing up is a bad thing. But again, I'm just giving you the option of accessibility, and then hopefully you can let other people know and give them that opportunity to try it out. So all we need is a chair with no arms. Okay? Let's get started. Unless anyone has any questions. Everyone's good? All right, let's get started. So I've got a nice sturdy chair here, and that's what I would hope that you would be able to get if you're going to practice. And the way that we sit on the chair, I'm coming forward on my chair. So my sitting bones are right on the edge of the chair, and this gives me that ability to kind of move my pelvis. So we're going to do that here. We're going to find our feet on the floor, grounded and equal. And then just take your hands to your pelvis and start tilting your pelvis forward and back. Imagining like you're trying to point your tailbone back behind you and then forward in front of you. There might not be a lot of movement, and that's okay. Just start moving towards that shape. We're exhaling when we point the tailbone forward. Inhale when you point the tailbone back. Exhale, point forward. Inhale, point back. And we'll make those movements a little smaller now. And finding right in the middle where you feel like you can feel supported, that you're lifted rather than slumped. You're using your feet for this as well. So even though we're not standing on the feet, we're still using the feet as our support and as our stability. So spread your toes and try to get them to point as close to forward as comfortable for you. Hands are on your thighs. Lift your heels. Drop your heels, lift your toes. Spread your toes. Drop your toes, lift your heels. Drop your heels, lift and spread your toes. A few more like that. There may not be a lot of movement, don't worry about that. I want you to just start feeling what's going on with your feet, what's going on with your ankles. And then we'll hold. And then finding that neutral, spread your toes and stay grounded into your feet. Think about all 4 corners of your feet are pressing into the floor. Now let's take a look at our shoulders. Let's go up, back, down, and forward. Up, back, down, and forward. So we're making circles with the shoulders going forward and back. Check in with your pelvis, check in with your feet. Let's go the other way. Forward, down, and then back. Up, forward, down, and back. Last one. And then go completely retract your shoulder blades. I'll go this way so you can see me. I'm retracting and going forward. Retract and forward. Do a couple more. Again, check in with your stability in your pelvis and your feet. So every time you change position or any time that you start moving in a different part of the body, check in with your foundation, because a lot of times that will start to be altered because you're focused too much on trying to get that movement. Be aware the foundation is what we want to move from and around. So we don't want to lose the foundation. Let's come back to neutral and find that your shoulders are now over your pelvis. Find where your ears are and try to get them over your shoulders. So you may need to bring your chin forward and back, and then finding that neutrality. We're just working towards it. Don't worry about where you are right now. Find your chin parallel with the floor. Your hands are on your thighs. Let's close the eyes. Take a slow breath in for 3, 2, 1. Open the mouth, let it go. Again, inhale for 3, 2, 1. Open the mouth, let it go. Inhale slowly, opening the eyes. Take your hands to your heart center. Let's set our intention for our practice. So what is it that you want to get out of this practice? It doesn't have to be anything major. Thank your body for being able to do this for you. We're going to maintain this goal in our mind. When other things start to arise, just come back to this goal. As we inhale, let's open the eyes and reach the arms up. Turn the palms to face outward and exhale. Keep reaching out of the fingers and bring your arms right down beside you on your chair. Turn your palms out and up. Inhale. Turn your palms out and go down on the exhale. Inhale, arms up. We're going to keep the arms up. Now exhale and tuck your chin into your chest and point your pelvis forward. Inhale to lift the arms, lift the chest and chin, and point the tailbone back. Exhale and go forward. Get really small into your lower belly. Inhale to come up. Lift your chest, point your tailbone back. Again, round it forward. This is our last one. As we inhale, we come up to neutral. Take your left hand to your right knee and touch your right side of your chair. Inhale to come back up. Think about moving your collarbones to square to the left wall as you exhale. Inhale to come up. We're moving side to side. Now be aware again, check in with your foundation. Your pelvis may want to start turning with you. So instead, keep your abdominal wall slightly engaged so that your pelvis stays neutral and you're moving through your spine. We're also drawing the shoulder blades down when we bring the arms down. Arms go up and reach energy out of the fingers, and as we exhale, we pull actively shoulders down and back. Inhale to come back up. Hands come down to your right thigh as we exhale. Interlace your fingers behind your right leg and start to lift your chest up so that it becomes parallel with the walls, and you're using your arms to help hold that right leg. Pull with your arms. Squeeze your elbows into your rib cage and resist it with your right leg. Keep pushing the right hamstring into the palms as you're equally pulling back with the arms. Same thing here, crown is tall, shoulder blades are down. Take one more breath in. Exhale to release. Come back to your Tadasana. Your feet are grounded. We're equal through our hips, shoulders, and ears. Slow breath in. Now with the exhale, hands to the left hamstring. Pull your chest up, pull your elbows back, and squeeze. So the point of this is I want you to feel some activation of your back muscles, your shoulders, and your biceps. Also activating into the glute and the hamstring. So as you're pushing down, feel that strength, and as you're pulling back, feel this strength. One more breath in, shoulder blades down and back, and exhale to release. come back through neutral, and every time we finish a posture, we find our Tadasana so that the body can kind of correlate what happened and start to integrate it into the subconsciousness as well as the physical body. So stay here and breathe. And from here, we're keeping the left foot where it is. The right hand is going to stay on the right thigh. Drag your right heel out to the right. Come back through center. So we're activating the outer glute. Left foot drags and comes to center. See if you can come a little bit more forward on your chair and put some weight into that supported foot. Now lift the foot and see if you can really use the strength of the hip to move the leg out and the internal thigh to strengthen and bring back in. Let's go to the left. We're grounding into the right foot. We're using the left inner thigh to bring it back. Abdominals are strong. Right side. Maybe pick the foot right off of the floor. Engage the core and inner thigh. Place it down and go to the left. If you need to, the foot stays on the floor. If you need to, it goes out an inch. You just want to explore the movement that's happening. And also feel what engages and be really in tune with that sensation. We'll do one more on each side. We're moving strictly from the hip joint. Try not to move the pelvis. Last one on the left. Coming back to center. Arms up and bend the elbows so the elbows come to the height of the shoulders. As we inhale, lengthen through your crown, ground through your feet and pelvis. As we exhale, we're turning so that the chest becomes parallel to the right wall, as much as you can. Inhale, come back through center. Notice the elbows don't lower. Exhale and we twist to the left. Pull your lower belly in. Inhale through center. Notice if you started hunching your shoulders. Exhale and twist to the right. Squeeze through your lower belly. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Taking your left arm under your right and your right elbow on top of your left inner elbow. Hold your shoulders. As you're here, try to soften your shoulders down. Taking your left ankle to cross over your right, bring your ankles into neutral and drag your toes in so that we can point the toes and push the inner thighs together and squeeze through the inner thighs, squeeze through the calves. And as we're here with the upper back, we're drawing the shoulder blades down and we're resisting opposite arm to arm so we can feel the upper back engagement. Inhale, breathe into your upper back and get taller through your crown. Squeeze your inner thighs and lower belly. Exhale to release. Hands to your thighs. Switch the ankles. Point the toes down, strong calves, strong inner thighs. Push your knees together, arms out wide. 2 goalposts, and now the left arm goes over the right. Push your hands to opposite shoulders. And then we're trying to pull the arms apart so that we're squeezing and strengthening through the upper back. The inner thighs are engaged, toes are pointing down, heels are lifted, deep breath in, get taller through your crown, don't hunch your shoulders, and exhale to release. Feet together or next to one another. And finding your Tadasana again, allow the eyes to close. Notice how that feels in your body. Maybe your shoulders need to roll, whatever you feel you need, and then come back to stillness and be really present with what that posture did for you. Find your breath a little longer. With the next inhale, bring the arms out again to goalposts. As we exhale, bring the right leg out to the right. Inhale the left foot out to the left. Now as we exhale, we're taking the right elbow and knee back into center. Inhale, bring them out wide. Exhale the left foot, left elbow. Inhale out wide. This requires strength of the abdominals, right side. and the glutes. Open it up. Exhale the left, forward, inhale out, wide. Exhale right, inhale wide. Exhale left, inhale wide. Stay here with the hands releasing down. Now keep the right foot where it is. Take your left foot next to your right, and we're turning all the way to face the right wall. Still find your seat is grounded onto the edge of the chair. Lean back, come onto your toes. You can hold the edges of the chair. Bring your right knee up, bring your right foot down. Bring your left knee up, bring your left foot down. We're going side to side. Abdominals are working here. If you need to, don't lean back as far. You can hold your hands to the back edge of your chair. Or if you want more intensity, come up a little bit more. Don't use your hands. And then you can also do both legs at once if you'd like. Make sure that you're doing this with intention. So why are we doing this? We want to strengthen the body. We don't want to stress the body to the point where we're not able to breathe. So as you're exhaling, pull the knees in, feel the strength of the abdominal wall, inhale to release. Again, you can do one knee at a time. All we're trying to do is feel that activation of the abdominal wall. 3 more. 2. 1. We'll come here to center. Sit back on the edge of the chair. So we're still facing the right wall. Come to the edge of the chair. Right toes are on the floor. My left thigh is completely off of the chair. I'm using my right hand to stabilize my body on the chair. Left hand can rest on your right thigh. Drag your left knee out to the left. Bring it back to center. Drag the left knee under the left hip. Bring it back to center. Out to the left. In. Down. And up. Keep moving. Out to the left. In. Down. And together. We'll do one more. Left. In. Slide it back. Now we're going to hold. Find the length here. Check in with the hip and pull your left hip so it's square to that right wall. Left hand is going to stay on your right thigh. Take your right hand to the left side of the chair and start to turn the chest towards the back wall. Notice your left hip is still pulling to the right wall. The left leg is as far back as needed to feel this. You can bring it under your hip if you need. Using the left hand now, if you want to put that to the back of the chair to aid with the twist. If you want, the right arm can reach behind you. Notice if you're hunching your shoulders. You choose the modification. Take one more breath in and exhale. Hands come back to the back of the chair. Left knee drags in, and we move back to our Tadasana, facing the front. Let's find our feet, find our pelvis, our spine, our shoulders. Close the eyes. Breathe. Notice how the left side feels compared to the right. Notice if the breath can be a little longer. And when you're ready, we'll move on to the left. So we're turning to face the left wall. Taking the left hand onto the left thigh. We're right onto the, we're leaning back. We're doing our abs first. So maybe you want to do both legs at a time this time. But choose what works for you. And let's go. 10, 9. We're exhaling when we bring the knee up. 8, 7. Choose if you want to let go of the arms. 6. Abdominals are engaged. 5, and you exhale when you come up. 4, you're using that exhale to get the abdominals stronger. 1 more on each side. Last 2, and last 1. Come up, straight spine. Sit back. Left toes are on the mat, and your right hip is off of the chair. Stabilize yourself as needed, so right hand on your left thigh, left hand to the back upper chair. Ground your left hip on your chair, and we take the right knee to the right. Bring it to center, and then we drag the knee under the hip. And back up. And to the right. And center. This requires abdominal strength. This requires strength into that left thigh to stabilize you. So just move to what works and feel what you have to engage. And feel that the whole body is working in unison. So you're not forcing one part of the body to move, but the whole body is moving in sequence and together. We'll do 1 more. Bring it together. Bring it to the right, together, and down. So then we'll keep dragging the right toes back to whatever feels good into that right front hip. The body may want to start turning to the right. See if you can keep your hips square to that left wall. So you can use your hand to kind of draw the hip down. The front of the thigh is square to that left wall. We're going to stay here and breathe. Notice that right leg. Notice if you're tensing, let it go. Let's take the right hand to the left thigh, the left hand to the right back of the chair, and start turning so that the chest starts to come square to the back of the room. Notice if your tendency is to hunch the shoulders. Remember, we're keeping the shoulders square and the back is strong, so that keeps the spine up in its neutral, tall position. If you want, let's take the right hand to the upper back of the chair, see how that feels. Keep your shoulders square to the floor. Notice if you start rolling forward. If you want more intensity, left arm reaches behind you. Try not to tuck your chin. If you took the arm out and it doesn't feel good, just bring your hand back onto the back of the chair. Take 1 more big breath in, get taller as you do that. Exhale, left hand comes forward to the left thigh, drag your right knee in, and come back to our Tadasana. Remember, our feet are grounded. Our pelvis is grounded. We're stable, we're secure, we're not rigid, we're not tight. Close the eyes. Slow breath in. Feel that the whole rib cage can expand. As you exhale, your lower belly gets stronger. Draw your pelvic floor up. Inhale and expand into your chest and back. Exhale, the breath goes down and squeeze your lower belly and pelvic floor. Inhale, opening the eyes. As we exhale, bring the right ear to the right shoulder and chin to the chest, left ear to the left shoulder and chin to the chest. And we're going side to side. And take your time as you go. Notice if you're hunching one side, or if there's an angle that feels like you really need that stretch, maybe hold it for an extra couple breaths. And just explore that movement through the neck. 1 more. And we'll hold to neutral. The chin parallel to the floor. Closing the eyes. Let's breathe together. First, we'll start with letting go of any holding or tightness in the body. Maybe bring a softening around the eyes and forehead. Gently smiling with the internal muscles of the mouth. Feeling the heart beat underneath your palms. Direct your breath into that area. And as you continue to bring your awareness, your breath there, this energy center is getting stronger. Our center of love and compassion. Love for ourselves. Love for everyone around us. Love for those we don't personally know. But we do know that we are all connected. And it is this energy that we are cultivating, that we are breathing into. That is how we are held together. As you bring this self-love into yourself, you are increasing the love that you send to others. And if we can all put a little effort into creating a little more love within ourselves, we can create a collective consciousness of the earth. You can make a difference. But it starts with you. Be kind to yourself. May all things be free. May all things be loved. Deep breath in. Out of the mouth, let it go. Big smile. Take your palms together so they're pressing. And big smile. Thank you for sharing your Easter Sunday with me. Have a wonderful evening. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Let me know if you practiced with me and let me know what you thought. And I hope you felt that. Sending love. Have a good night, guys.